Hello and welcome to another edition of Truth to Power. Truth to Power is a program where we x-ray happenings in and around minority community groups in Nigeria, with a special focus on Middle Belt Nigeria and Northern Nigeria, where minority communities every day wake up to face various forms of attacks and discrimination from the group that claim to be the larger ones. Unfortunately, they are headsmen, and most of them identify as Fulani tribal persons, and also they identify as non-Christians, because these communities that daily receive the brunt of what is happening are Christian minority communities, or do I say majorly Christian minority communities. And over the past weeks and months, attacks have been coming, and sadly, these communities before now had the capacity to defend and protect themselves. But unfortunately, actions and inactions and policies from the government have stripped them of every capacity and ability to defend and protect their homeland. And how did that happen? The government sent in the military to strip these people of their guns and single barrel guns that they were using for games, but eventually to protect themselves against attacks from herdsmen and bandits that come to pillage their communities. Today on the program, we'll be finding out how and why did the government strip these communities of the ability to defend and protect themselves. We'll be talking to several people across board. Some don't want to their names to appear. Some don't even want their faces to appear. But the most important thing is that whatever voice we need to add to this discussion, we will add these voices to it.
Are you seeking the truth about Nigeria? Look no further than Truth Nigeria, your reliable source for unbiased news and insightful analysis. Explore truthnigeria.com for the real stories that matters, from governance to international politics. Uncover the reality behind the headlines. Truth Nigerians, where facts meet clarity. Discover the truth about Nigeria today. Visit truthnigeria.com now.
Truth to Power went to the streets and discussed with people across Nigeria. Let's listen to them and we'll come back to wrap up the program.
Sincerely, I think it's high time, it's necessary for us to bear firearms, to protect ourselves. Just as you said, the government can't protect everybody at the same time. The police are not sufficient enough to guard everybody in their homes. Even in the streets, they are not sufficient enough to talk of coming to your homes as an individual to guard you. Let me give you an instance. In America or any of the developed countries, we don't have armed robbery. We only have break-in and entry. Because you don't know what I have in my house. You can't just come and knock on my door and expect me to open because you are carrying a firearm. So you don't know what I have in my house already. So in those places, we don't see that kind of a thing. A Fulani man will come with AK-47 because he can molest you with it because you are defenseless. If I have a firearm in my home, it's going to be like we exchange fire, and whoever has the superior fire takes the day. You can't just come and get into my house and pick up my children, pick up my wife and mark them into the bush because you have the power. I need to be empowered to myself. I need our arms. They should allow us to bear arms. We will be reasonable enough to handle it. Thank you.
I will say no, because the situation in the country now, everybody is hungry. By the time you now give license out for everybody to own a gun, people will use advantage on that to destroy other people. Because of that, I will not subscribe to that.
Well, when you that question implies to Nigeria, how do you know who are matured? How do you look at Nigeria? Do you know that person is matured or not? You see, gun is a very serious business. Giving somebody a gun, license to own a gun, your neighbor, you can have quarrel with your neighbor because you have a gun, you are matured. Or government feel okay, you have the capacity to own a gun, then they will not give you license. Now you'll be intimidating your neighbors. Intimidation will now comes to play in Nigeria. So that is just it. So I don't subscribe to that as well.
And all people that the kidnappers shot their people, do you think that they will not hunt them with those guns? They will follow the way they are to revenge. So Nigeria is not a place that they should let guns be free.
The banditry, the kidnapping, and the host of other things are becoming unbecoming in the country. It is becoming unprecedented hitherto. And of course, it has not been known in the past. A country that has been known for peace, economy bloom in the past are turned deteriorated in the face of the banditry, kidnapping, and order. A situation whereby family could no longer stay in the house with peace now. Fears have been allayed everywhere. Me think, in the face of this present situation, that for everyone to have arms in on their own is a very good insinuation. I think when that comes to being, it really actually helps to ameliorate the hitherto deteriorating situation that the country is faced with. In the view of the present situation, in the view of the really present situation, I think that self-defense is a total solution to annihilate this evil situation that is fast emerging in the country.
Thank you so very much. What's your name?
My name is Abaka Dauda, Program Avenue. I want to say thank you for having me in your phone. Once again, thank you very much. Thank you for having me in your phone.
This hard time will find a solution, a penetrate to this very problem. If not, this problem will consume us. I am of the opinion that really every Nigerian should learn how to have a firearm to protect his or her whole life there, for we to avoid this situation of insecurity in the country. Thank you for granting me the privilege.
Are you seeking the truth about Nigeria? Do you want a reliable source for unbiased news and insightful analysis? Then look no further, cause Truth Nigeria got you covered. Explore truthnigeria.com for real stories that matter, ranging from governance to international politics. Uncover the reality behind the headlines. Truth Nigeria, where facts meets clarity. Discover the truth about Nigeria today. Visit truthnigeria.com now.
You've heard it. Those are impressions and opinions of Nigeria. You'll be the final judge. You've heard what Nigerians want, what they demand, and what they think the bearing of arms should do for them. Don't forget that, yes, there is a position for people to be able to bear firearms, but the way it is now, it is almost impossible for qualified Nigerians to bear firearms. It used to be that you must be over 40 years old, you must have attained some level in the civil service or in the community, and of course, a clergyman, a community leader must ascertain that indeed you are of stable character and you are mentally also stable to bear firearms. Why then can't some that qualify bear firearms? Why the embargo on bearing of firearms? These are things that Nigerians should think about, and these are things that Nigerians should ask their representatives, the lawmakers, to deliberate on. There's something called the balance of terror. If you know that I have the capacity to defend and protect myself, you will think twice before coming to my home. Don't forget too that even as they have stopped legitimate and law-abiding Nigerians from bearing firearms, these criminals and bandits always have the back door to carry their illegal firearms. What should the government do about stopping people bearing illegal firearms? The government needs to do more. And for those that have qualified to bear firearms, shouldn't they bear firearms? The answer is yours. Talk to your legislatures, talk to your lawmakers, so that they should do something about this. Everybody, I believe, have a right to life and a right to means of livelihood that these bandits and criminals are stopping them from being able to access and do. Let's speak our truth to power, and let's talk to those that need to be spoken to. My name is Ehis Agbon. Until next time, like always I'll say, keep speaking truth to power.
Are you seeking the truth about Nigeria? Do you want a reliable source for unbiased news and insightful analysis? Then look no further, cause Truth Nigeria got you covered. Explore truthnigeria.com for real stories that matter, ranging from governance to international politics. Uncover the reality behind the headlines. Truth Nigeria, where facts meets clarity. Discover the truth about Nigeria today. Visit truthnigeria.com now. Nigeria.